Lone Star 92.5. Well, he's here. Say hello to the chief cook and bottle washer at Texas Motor Speedway, Eddie Gossage.
Hey,
what's up, Eddie?
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to be with you guys here in the studio.
Haven't seen you in a while, my friend.
I know. Where you been?
You know exactly where we've been.
Yeah, I know where you've been. Up here in the world headquarters for Clear Channel, taking over the world on the 6th floor from over here, right off the North Dallas Tollway. I know.
Oh, see, now all the snipers, that's where them bastards are.
You know, this is the first time we've had Eddie in the studio, man. We are glad to have you.
We usually call Eddie, and one time you were going through a drive-thru, and one time I don't know where you were.
Car wash.
Car wash,
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah, that was it. Eddie was going through the car wash.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
You know?
And Eddie's joined us at the blood drive in the past year.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Well,
over at Billy Bob's one time.
yes.
Sure.
How about these plush surroundings that you're in now?
This is very, very impressive.
Oh,
It really is.
you know
And
it is.
Going to pay for it 1 50-cent cup of coffee at a time.
You got to do what you got to do to get it
man.
done. Don't you know?
Exciting season here for NASCAR racing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's been unbelievable this year so far with Dale Jr. Winning the Daytona 500 and then having second-place finishes at Phoenix and then Las
Running
Vegas.
out of gas.
Yeah, he ran out of gas on the last lap, but they kind of knew that was going to happen. They were rolling the dice a little bit, but that made it exciting. I know people that were jumping up and down and rolling on the floor and hollering and throwing things at the TV when he had to, pull over and let Brad Keselowski zoom by. No fun.
Do you think this is Dale Jr.'s year?
Well, certainly off to the best start of his career, and I don't see why not. He's matured as a person, and that's what we're seeing as a race car driver too.
Yeah.
He went from being a little kid a few years ago. I mean, no responsibility, no anything, just kind of happy-go-lucky through life. And I think he realized he's got to do something. Time's running out. He's 39 years old now, so he's not a kid any longer.
Got to get it done. I think somebody has a question for you. Okay, you're on with Eddie Gossage. You got a question for him? Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
It's down.
Okay, all right, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, you think we could help out T.O.'s wife and maybe have a porn night out on the big screen?
A porn night out of the big screen.
Wow.
T.O.'s wife, who wants to sue him for the 3 days she was married to him.
No.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
so much.
And he's talking about Big Hoss TV, which makes its big debut next month in a couple of weeks.
That's right. The
So-
world's biggest television.
How's the construction going of that?
It's done. It really is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was sitting out there just the other night on a couch in the middle of the infield, all the lights off. Watching TV in my drawers. Just
I didn't need that image in my head.
During race weekend, are you going to run a movie on it?
I
Could be.
Could be.
Little outdoor movie?
We will, of course, all day long during the racing action, all that kind of thing. You'll see what's going on the track, and I know our production crew's been producing all kinds of content, but there are hours in which there's nothing going on the racetrack. The campers in the infield, that kind of thing. I think they will enjoy our selections.
Has Jerry Jones called and said, "You ruined me. I don't have the biggest screen ever again."
It's only money.
I know.
And he can have the big one if he wants to.
He'll get over it. He'll get over it. Wait, I think a lady has something. You have a question for Eddie?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, my daughter asked me just this week, Mom, I know who your favorite racer is, but who do you think is really the best skilled driver out there? And I know how I answered her, but I'd be curious to hear how Eddie would answer that question.
Well, how did you answer the question?
I said the Busch brothers. They're not my drivers, but I think they're all that. So.
Who do you think are the best skilled
Good choices.
drivers?
Kyle Busch may be as talented as anybody, but Jimmy Johnson, it's no fluke that he's won all those championships and all those races, and he's incredibly talented. He's so good it looks too easy. And that's why so many folks just don't get his thing. But I'm telling you, he's great.
What about a guy like Tony Stewart or Ryan Newman? They're pretty smart drivers.
You got to realize there's 32 NFL teams in the league, 60 some odd players on each team. That makes roughly 2,000 football players under contract to the NFL, and we think of them as very elite athletes, don't we? Sure, we do. And so there's only 43 of these guys. So all of them are incredibly, incredibly talented. But the top of the heap, you got to put the Busch brothers, you got to put Jimmy Johnson, you got to put Tony Stewart, certainly, and a bunch of guys are always nipping at their heels. And Carl Edwards is great, and Matt Kenseth is the smartest guy in the field, and on and on. I mean, every one of them has something going for them, or they wouldn't be here.
What do you expect out of Tyler Austin this year, driving the number 3? What do you think of all that?
Well, now you got me confused. Tyler Austin. You mean Austin?
Austin Dillon. I'm sorry.
Austin Dillon.
I'm sorry.
He was close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, he's a rookie. He's got to have some seat time. He's going to have some flashes of brilliance and some moments where he's just riding around a few laps down, and that's okay. Everybody goes through that. In the long run, he's going to be very, very good. And I think personally, I got no problem with the 3. That number belongs to Richard Childress,
right?
And Richard,
and he's his grandson.
Yes, he is his grandson, and I've been around long enough to remember.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Richard Childress drove the 3. That was his number before Dale Earnhardt got in that car.
Gotcha.
So. I know Dale Jr. and Kelly Earnhardt, Dale's 2 children, they're perfectly fine. They think it's a good thing. So it all fits.
Right. Okay, and then you got a seasoned driver like Jeff Gordon, who's won in the past numerous races, and then the last couple of years, well, he can been bubbling under, maybe in the top 10, but hasn't won races a lot.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's kind of like Tiger Wood. He can win anytime. He could win a championship this year. He really could. But you also know that he's a top 5, top 6 driver. We all get older, and unfortunately, Jeff has gotten a little older, and it makes me feel bad because I remember when he was 17, and had a little caterpillar for a mustache, and, all that kind of stuff. But he's so good. The thing about Jeff, he's intensely still competitive. That fire burns.
Now, do you think that being older really makes a difference in NASCAR?
Oh, it does. Yeah, used to it didn't. But these guys are on such incredible workout schedules, and they're developing them so young. Age has a big part in it.
Plus, it's hard to win a race when you drive 30.
Okay, did Eddie answer your question, or did he totally confuse you? Oh, she's gone.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Like most of the women I talk to on the phone.
Eventually, they just leave, huh? Oh, by the way, it's the Duck Dynasty guys are coming to town. You need to grow your beard a little scragglier.
Yeah, they didn't pay enough for that.
By the time they got here. All right. More with Eddie Gossage from the Texas Motor Speedway.